Good morning. It's good to be on your airwave with the program Integrity Watch. Integrity Watch is a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It runs from 11 to 12 noon and is aired every Wednesday on Truth 96.1 FM. It serves as a primary radio-based communication information dissemination platform of CENTAL. It is a key advocacy tool that provides essential information around the state of the fight against corruption, national integrity building efforts, as well as promotes the culture of accountability, transparency, integrity, and evidence-based decision-making across all sectors of Liberia. Under CENTAL's National Integrity Building Anti-Corruption Program, funded by the government and people of Sweden through the Swedish International Development Corporation Agency, or SIDA, the radio program serves as an engagement, advocacy, and coordination platform that rallies citizens and other stakeholders support for the fight against corruption and bad governance in Liberia. As part of this program, CENTAL has established the Advocacy and Legal Advice Center, known as ALAC. The ALAC is an independent platform that enables citizens to freely report and seek redress to corruption and other integrity-related issues within their communities, places of work, and the country at large. At ALAC, there are a team of professionals, including lawyers, who are willing and ready to respond to whatever complaint you may file. So we encourage our people to take advantage of this opportunity so that we all can fight corruption together. The fight against corruption can never be won by a single institution or group of individuals. It requires all of us. Wherever you find yourself, be it in the market, in the traffic, in the homes, in the offices, private, public, in the banks, wherever you find yourself, in the hospitals, have to work to this address. The email address is alac@cental.org.lr. It's center is alac@cental.org.lr. alac@cental.org.lr. You can also contact us on Facebook. The Facebook address, CENTAL ALAC, or in uppercase, capital letters. You can also call the short code number. So the short code number that you can call to report issues about corruption is 443. That's the short orange information. You can or legal advice, maybe understanding, give you understanding of certain things that you need clarity on. We can help you. We can help you in that light. Uh, as part of this, and ensuring that we collaborate to create awareness and reach out to the public with information about the fight against corruption and how all of us can join this fight. We are collaborating with the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. We signed an MOU with LACC, and we are obligated to ensuring that we announce the LACC's hotline numbers on this platform. So the LACC has hotline numbers. So the hotline numbers to call the LACC are 0555 395 728. That is to call the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. They also have the short code for that number is 4048. That's the short code for the number to contact the LACC. The orange number 0776 6000 50. 0776 600050. These are the numbers to contact the LACC. The Integrity Watch radio program is very civil and informative with zero tolerance on the use of invectives and other denigrating comments. So guests who appear on this program, they are guarded by this rule. So today is the 19th of January, and this edition is going to be discussing CENTAL's plan for the month of February, for the months ahead. So we're going to be talking about what has been planned by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia in relations to its engagement with the communities, with stakeholders, with all sectors of our country through different activities under its national integrity. So before we do that, we want to also bring to your attention that henceforth, beginning today, we are going to introduce two new segments of this program. So the two segments, one is going to be dedicated to the legislative branch of government. We want to, as we have been doing on the other segment, the little things that matter, where we speak directly, most of the time directly to the president of Liberia. This new segment is going to be directly speaking to the conscience and consciences of our lawmakers. Why? The essence of this is part of our advocacy program to ask honorable men and women to see reason to support the fight against corruption in Liberia. The president of Liberia has done his best to have he did his best to have submitted a few bills to the legislative branch of government. The House of Representatives passed on the bill, and they are currently before the Liberian Senate. So this segment is going to be asking what should be the role of the National Elections Commission in electoral processes? What should be the role of political parties in electoral processes? What should be the role of citizens in electoral processes? What should they know? And what are the things that's supposed to be brought to them? Do you know about campaign financing? Is there a law that provides for political parties to disclose their sources of funding? Do you know about that? All of these things are going to be highlighted on this platform. So these are the segments that we have on this platform, on this program. So we're going to be henceforth going to be highlighting these activities. So then we go to little things that matter. Other little things that matter, we want to begin with His Excellency, the President of Liberia, Dr. George Manuel Weah, to say good morning to him and good morning to the people of Liberia. We want to say we are glad that we will be listening to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, on Monday to address the nation in the State of the Nation address. That will be on Monday of next week. So the President of Liberia is going to be addressing the nation and addressing members of the legislature. So he's going to be reporting on activities, on the challenges, the prospects, that the government have had. So we're going to be listening to that. But whilst we look forward to the president addressing the nation, we just want him to take into consideration the following issues. What do we look out for in the president's address to the nation? Your Excellency, as integrated institution and as civil society organization leading the fight against corruption and striving to build a culture of integrity and accountability in our country, we look forward to you telling us and the people of Liberia what efforts have you made in addressing the following. One, what have you done with the report on the COVID-19 stimulus package? What efforts have been applied to address that? The reports were submitted. What have you done in that regard? We also look forward to hearing from you, Your Excellency. What efforts are you making to address reports, be it from committees that you set up to investigate issues, be it audit reports that are submitted to you, recommendations from different audits. Of recent, the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation was in the media, and the reports have been submitted to you, was submitted to the GAC works in a way that it submits its report to the lawmakers, and the lawmakers review the reports and send forward the recommendations to the executive for enforcement. So we look forward to hearing in your report what efforts are being applied to addressing audits recommendations that have been submitted to you. From you, where are we now on the issue involving your? We will want to understand from you whether or not that investigation has been concluded, whether it even started, whether it has been concluded, what were the recommendations, where from you corruption who are appointed and those who work in the government, Your Excellency, we will be looking forward to all of these. And we will be looking forward to, hearing from you. What's the position, your position, and the government position on the issue involving the vice chair of the LACC, and all what efforts are being applied to address those allegations, working to ensure that it matches its commitment with concrete action by ensuring that vacancies at public integrity institutions are filled with people with reputable character and these matters. So these are things we wanted to bring to your attention. And other little things that matter, we want to speak to issues in the health sector. In the health sector, report released by CENTAL last year, the State of Corruption report highlighted different sectors that are prone to corruption. And the health sector was one of the sectors that was highly prone to corruption. People from different engagements we've had on this report, testimonies from people who have been victimized by corruption in the health sector. They have said a lot of things. Some have to pay for fuel so that they can buy to put to on generator to look after their patient. You have to do that. You have to pay in public, different public health centers, health centers. You have to pay for either you have to buy fuel so that they can put a generator on to look after your patient. When ambulance come for you, you have to pay the fuel for the ambulance so that they can take your patients to wherever the hospital. They give you long list of drugs that you have to buy, and they direct you to a particular place to go and buy those drugs. These are things that are happening, and these people talked about them they were highlighted in our report, and people testify in our different engagements. But the information that we've gathered, despite of all of these high level of corruption that are taking place in these places in the health sector, the upkeep, the environment of these places are not conducive. We also want to highlight, even in private health centers that are providing services to our people, they charge huge amount of money for different services, for things that they charge for. In their view, they are generating money, so they have to charge for all of those things. But yet, the facility in which they are rendering these services are not conducive. So we wonder, when we call on the health ministry to do more ensuring that health centers or health hospitals are up to standards to be able to provide, because people go there, in fact, everyone who goes there want to get healed. And sometimes the environment alone can have impact on you. Sometimes you are sick and you are admitted somewhere, and you are even more stressed to leave that place because the environment is not conducive. So it adds to your ailment. So that is the reason why the health sector must be very, very sparking, so that it can be able to address the ailment of your sicknesses and treat the people and heal our people. So these are things we want to talk about. So now we go straight to updates from CENTAL. So the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia is implementing a 3.5-year program. It's known as the National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program. So the program targets 7 counties. There are different activities under that program. One, we have the Open Expenditure Initiative. Under the Open Expenditure Initiative, we conduct open expenditure forums in the 7 project counties. The forum brings together stakeholders, including superintendents, project management committee chairs, or members of the project management committees. It brings the ordinary people, market people, including women, youth, a cross-section of people with disabilities. We bring everybody together in a single space. The essence is to promote openness in governance. So if every year, since the passage of the county development fund, the policy on county social development funds 200,000 should be sent to different counties. So the counties, when these monies are sent to the counties, dispersed to the counties, they have a committee. They set up, the counties come together in a forum. So the forum is called the county council or county council sitting. So in the county council sitting, they decide on what to do with the money sent to the counties. So they will decide in that council, in that meeting, and the result of that meeting will be placed on a document called the county council sitting resolution. So the county council sitting resolution will highlight all of the projects they want to achieve or to be implemented in their different districts. So when we bring people together, the project management committee and the local county officials will be able to tell the people what has happened with monies that they receive over the period, and they can be able to, explain to them, and the people in turn will be able to ask questions. So it is all intended to promote openness and accountability in our governance process. So the next activities we have under this program is the Advocacy and Legal Advice Center. So the ALAC is set up as a mechanism that allows citizens to report corruption, because people have witnessed corruption in different sectors, but they are afraid to report corruption because corruption does fight back. So people are afraid to report corruption. So we set up a mechanism that you can be able to report confidentially, and we can address it on your behalf. So that mechanism has been established, and we can help you to provide legal advice. We can help you to access information. That program is established, and we can track issues about corruption in different sectors and see how we can engage. So the ALAC is set up, it carries out public engagements into different places, whether attire centers, all over the place, in the marketplaces, and all of that. Then we have the Integrity Club. So the Integrity Club is set up, brings under the Youth Engagement Program. It has been set up at 4 universities. So these university students have been trained to engage their peers, to engage high schools and community members with integrity building awareness messages. So that has been happening, and we also have mentorship and coaching under that. Members of the Integrity Club are coached and they participate periodically or from time to time. They participate in different activities that we conduct. So we bring them, and that all part of helping them to build their capacities and to mentor them in becoming people with integrity and to be able to promote integrity as well. Next thing we have under the program is the okay. The next one we have, which is the radio program. This program is intended to educate the public about issues about corruption, tell you about how all of us can work together to build a culture of integrity and bring people who are working in the different sectors so that they can be able to speak to what they are doing to address to fight corruption and build integrity in our different sector. So we also have the National Integrity Forum. So the NIF brings together different public and private institutions, civil society. They come together to be able to share knowledge, share experiences, and see how they can collaborate as a body to fight corruption in Liberia, to create awareness and engage different sectors as a body. So why is this important? Over the time, institutions have been striving by themselves. The LACC is crying its own cry. The GC is crying its own cry. The PPCC is doing its own. Everybody's working independently and just striving for themselves. But now, as a unit, when they come together under the NIF, they come as a unit. And when they speak with one voice, and it becomes like a very, very robust and a force to reckon with. So when they speak with one voice, they speak as a unit and they speak, they have weight. When they speak to issue, they speak to it fully, because if there is issue involving this point and this other sector can be what to lead the process, if it is about advocating for support to institutions, integrity institutions like we are doing. We advocate for integrity institutions to have more funding so that they can be able to do that, ensuring that integrity institutions to live up to the mandate to which they have been established and all of that. So that is the reason for having the NIF, so that they can be able to collaborate and engage together. So these are different activities. So why am I talking about this? So in February, a team from CENTAL will be going in the counties. Different teams, in fact, 2 teams will be going in the counties. So the 7 counties, you have teams going in different locations. So one team will go to NIBA, Bong. Another team goes to Bassa, Riverses, and then later another team will come and go to Bomi, Bapodu. And then after that, they come to Montserrado and have engagements. So that will be the open expenditure initiative, under the open expenditure initiative. So they're going out to create awareness about how, why it is important for us to be open in our governance process, how is it important for us to be participatory, for everyone to get involved in making decisions that affect them. It's no more about the other approach where it comes from up and it comes down. Rather, it should be bottom to top approach in terms of addressing the development needs of our people. So if you want to ensure bottom to top approach, it means that the people must have voice in the process that leads to the development of their areas. So if you want to develop a community, let the communities decide on what they want to do, and they should be able to, you should be accountable to the people. So that is the essence of the forum. So we'll bring people together in the counties and be able to have the open expenditure forum. So the project management committee chairs, the superintendents, the educational sector, the marketers, people with disabilities, women group, everybody will come together in a single space, and they can be able to share. The project management committee will tell them what did they do with the fund they received. Okay, we received so and so amount. We fund that project in this place, and we did a project, and this project has reached 80%, and this other project has reached 90%. This one is at 60%. So in order to support this effort, what we did as an institution, CENTAL, we did monitoring of these projects, or projects that were reported in the different reports from the project management committees in the 7 counties. So the 7 counties that got named in earlier, we have Bong, NIBA, Bassa, Riverses, Bomi, Bapolu, and Montserrado. So these are the 7 counties we are working in. So we receive reports from the project management committees for all of these counties, and we're able to review the report. We have the report, and we compiled a report and made recommendations. So we're going to be taking these reports, telling the people these are things that what has happened with the money. They did this one, they constructed this one, there is a bridge that was constructed, there are other projects that have not been completed, and all of that. So we're going to take that to the people so that they can have an understanding of what it is. So that's what's going to be happening in February. The team's going to be in the different counties, thanks to those to the county authorities who've been very supportive of our work, be it the PNC chairs of the different counties, the superintendents, different stakeholders. They've been very supportive of our work. We want to say thank you. It tells that we are all in this together, and it tells that you support the fight against corruption by just when we ask for documents, you can be able to share those documents with us, and support us in whatever way you've been supported. We want to say thank you, and we want to appreciate the efforts that you've made so far. And we want to tell you that yes, we'll be coming into your counties. We look forward to seeing you, to engage with your people, like you have always done. You have most of the officials have been very open, and they have been willing to speak to the people. So we'll call you over so that you can come in these different forums to speak to your people, and always keep engaged with them so that they too can understand. Because most of the things that happen at the local level, even from the national level, lack of information can cause serious problems in the communities. If people don't have access to information, they speculate. So if you keep information from the people, they will start assuming that maybe this thing's happening. Maybe it is because of this, and they start to speculate. So in order to avoid people speculating about these other things may be the cause of this other one may be the cause of this, the best thing to do is to give them the information and let them have it to be empowered. So all of these things that we are doing, they are all geared toward promoting the culture of accountability, promoting the culture of integrity, promoting the culture of transparency in everything that we do. Because we cannot build Liberia if we do not fight corruption. If we do not fight corruption, we will not realize the level of development we want for our country, our counties, and our communities, because people will continue to shortcut development funds that are intended for community development will go to either personal development. All of these things, we must curtail them. In order to curtail them, people must have access to information, relevant information. So if people have access to relevant information, they can be able to demand and take action. So that is the essence of the program. We also empower the citizens with information so that they can be, informed, make informed decisions. So when they have access to information, they can make decisions that will impact their lives, will impact their communities, and will impact the country at large. So that is what we are doing. So we call on you out there in the communities to join us in this fight. We cannot do this alone. It involves you, it involves me, it involves your children and your children's children. We must do this for the future of our country and for the future of our children and our children's children. We will not succeed if we don't work together to do this together. So those are things that we're going to be doing over the period in February. We look forward to seeing you. We look forward to engaging with you. And we're also going to be doing the schools engagements. We are going to be engaging with the schools on our ELAC, not ELAC, but the integrated club. So the integrated club, we're going to be engaging with schools to continuously, keep the torch burning so that we can build the culture of integrity in our schools. So we realize that the young people are the driving force behind, in every nation, especially ours. The population of our country is youthful. So in order to engage to fight corruption, we must engage from all sectors, not leaving out the youth and young people. So that is the reason why we are engaging with the schools under our integrated club or youth engagement program. So the engagement is going to be ongoing. Even in the field, there will be time where they will be visiting marketplaces. There will be time where we're going to be visiting schools to create awareness about integrated building and how all of us can be able to promote the culture of integrity in our country. Let us take a break. When we come back, we're going to entertain some calls from you so that we can make this interactive. Let's take a break. Welcome back. The program you are listening to is called Integrity Watch. It's a 1 hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is a key advocacy tool that provides essential information around the state of the fight against corruption, national integrity building efforts, as well as promotes the culture of accountability, transparency, integrity, and evidence-based decision making across all sectors of Liberia. So today we are talking about activities that CENTAL is engaged with, what we're going to be doing over the period, and we spoke asking His Excellency, looking forward to what we want to see. We talk about the different segments that we've introduced under this program. We the speak one the one that we added, the two that we added. Initially we had the one for His Excellency and the people of Liberia under our little things that matter. So we've added the one for us to be able to directly speak to the conscience and consciences of our lawmaker. We've added the other segment on elections in you so that we can tell you what the different laws are. What are your rights? What are your responsibilities? What's the responsibility of the Elections Commission? What's the responsibility of political parties? What are the responsibilities of different stakeholders to the electoral process? Even those who are supporting the election process, what are their roles? What are their responsibilities? All of these things will bring them to you. Maybe we come to maybe talk about campaign financing, what's supposed to be done, what political parties are supposed to do, and what the government of Liberia is supposed to do. And all of these things, we're going to be highlighting them as we move over to 2023. So in on all the little things that matter, we call it the president. We look forward to certain things that we want the president to address in making sure that the issue about the culture of accountability, transparency, and putting end to impunity, putting an end to impunity. All of these things are what we look forward to seeing in the president's address. What do you want to see in the president's address in terms of addressing corruption and building the culture of integrity in our country? What do you want to see? On Monday, the president's going to be addressing the nation, the State of the Nation address, and we have said what we want to see in terms of addressing the culture of impunity, addressing and building the culture of integrity in our country. What do you hope to see in the president's address? You don't know. Your recommendations could help in the process, and you can hear some of the things that you recommend. So how do we, let's hear from you. Let's hear what do you hope to see in the president's address, in making sure that we stem down on corruption, we stem down on the culture of impunity in our country, and build a country where the rule of law is supreme, where the rule of law surpasses all others, be it individuals, political, religious, friendship, cronyism, whatever you call it. So the rule of law should be far above all others. So what do you hope to see in the president's address on Monday to the nation? Let's open the line and listen to your suggestion. 07701 75162 07701 or you can call 0886 474563 0886 474563. Those are the numbers to call to be live on the program Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Wednesday on 96.1 FM. And the repeat of this program is on Sunday. It's on Sunday. And you can follow the repeat of the program on Sunday. And we will bring the repeat to you so that we can keep you informed. Yeah, the repeat is on Sunday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So from 9 to 10 p.m. will be a repeat of the program. Like I was told, the repeat started on this last Sunday. So this Sunday is going to be a repeat of this program. So you can follow and be live on, you can follow and listen to the repeat. So the numbers to call 07701756162 0886 474563 0886 474563. Those are the numbers to call to be live for program Integrity Watch. It's a radio-based communication information dissemination platform of CENTAL. So CENTAL is the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. So like we said, we look forward to seeing you in the communities. We look forward to engaging with you so that we all can make Liberia a corruption-free nation. If Liberia will be a corruption-free nation, it means that all of us, wherever we find ourselves, we should get involved in the fight. We should get involved in building the culture of integrity from our homes, in the churches, in the mosques, wherever you find yourself. yourself. You can build the culture of integrity to wherever you are. Be it in a traffic. If you are in a traffic, you too must make sure that you live with integrity and promote the culture of integrity wherever you find yourself. So in order to do that, we will use this platform and all other platforms to educate you on what we should do and how we should do it. Again, the number to call to be live on the program 077-0175-162, 077-0175-162, 0886-474563, 0886-474563. Those are the numbers to call to be live on the program Integrity Watch. We have our first caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. Let's hear your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Streetville. My name is James Smith.
Okay, Mr. Smith, let's hear.
Yeah. Thanks so much. I really appreciate this program. I just came in and heard all that you were trying to say.
Okay.
Our countries, foundations of countries, the base all on these things that you talked about, and it becomes the foundation. I don't want to be so quick to say, unfortunately, we don't have such an institution that should almost be a state institution where it's really governed. By a very key, components of our country where people really pay attention to, because the organization speak of all of the sectors of our lives, our country, family, everything. And so the thing is that the number that was called, that number that one you call from an institution when they have a problem, I would really suggest that while you're on the program, because sometimes we miss it and then we come back and we want to hear that the jingle that play and they got called a number.
Okay.
It's very important. That number is very sensitive, and a lot of people have situations and then want to call. And so thanks so much, and I pray that one day your program will be a highly international base where it will take a country where it can even be able to control our system, because integrity is not prioritized in our country. So it becoming very hard for even we who are students to understand and see reason to build the one I'm talking about institution building and spirituality, all the same integrity. I'll be the first.
Okay.
So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I how to keep being read, so take it.
Okay, Mr. Smith.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's 077-0175-162. That's the number to call to be live on the program Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Wednesday on Truth 96.1 FM. Like we said, based on his recommendation, he said, we will continue to read the numbers. Yes, we have the numbers that you can call if you just join us. To report issues about corruption, we have these numbers that you can call if you want to contact our Advocacy and Legal Advice Center. The short code number you can call is 4432. That's the short code number to contact our Advocacy and Legal Advice Center. When I say our, I mean the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. And we also have, like I said, it's toll-free. So it's free of charge. If you call the number, you're not going to be charged. If you have zero balance in your phone, you can call. It's free of charge. The next number that we have, this is a collaborative effort. So we work along with the LACC, which is Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. That is the only institution in the country that is clothed with the responsibility of investigating and prosecuting issues about corruption in the Republic of Liberia. So the numbers to call the LACC are 0555 395 728. Again, 0555 395 728. That's the first number for the LACC. The next number, the short code is 4048. Or you call the orange number 0776 6000 0776 6050. Those are the numbers to call to contact the LACC in case you have issues to report about corruption. So all of these numbers that I'm calling, they are very confidential. When you call, your names, your identity are kept confidential. So confidentiality is the only thing, the only tool that we have right now to fight corruption. So when people are reporting corruption, we keep their name and their identities confidential so that we don't put them in harm's way. So when you call, the basic thing that will be requiring of you is to provide basic facts that can help the teams to do further inquiry and investigation into the matter that you report. So we don't encourage people calling and misusing the numbers. We encourage you to have facts before you can call. So please let us do this together. Let us fight corruption together. We know that this, like we have always had the encounter in the communities, in the places that we've gone, people that we engaged with. They have said to us over and over that we are doing a vain work. No, it's not. We understand it. It has been a systemic problem. Corruption has been seen like a way of life. So for people to come and say, no, we can change this, it sounds strange to the ears of people. It sounds very impossible to people. Yes, we know that. We are aware. So that is the reason why we will continuously create the awareness and keep providing you relevant information so that you can be able to know what it is, to identify the different types of corruption and know how they manifest, and you can be able to take action. So it's not impossible. It is impossible. It is possible. It is possible. We can make Liberia a corruption-free nation. We can live with integrity as people and as a nation. We can do that. It is possible. Yes, we can. We will do that, but it takes time. We know that. It takes information, relevant information, and we're going to be providing those pieces of information to you so that we can do this together. It is not, again, it is not impossible. It is not impossible. It is certainly possible, but it's going to take time. We are aware. So we're going to do this. We'll continuously engage with you in the marketplaces, maybe in your communities. The team, different teams will be coming up, and then the NIF, the national, the NIF is coming up too with different activities. So the NIF will be engaging with, having community awareness. So the NIF will be the GAC, LACC, the PPCC, the LERTR, FIU, all of the different integrity institutions. They're coming together and they will be engaged in your coming to your communities, in the marketplaces, and engaging with you, coming to the different intellectual centers, engaging with you so that you can see out of those people. You see the GAC boss, you see the PPCC boss, and currently the PPCC boss is the chair of the NIF. So it's a rotational leadership structure. So it came from the GAC, it went to the PPCC, and different institutions will pick it up another time, and that's how it's going to be like a rotational. So these people are going to be coming to your community. So we look forward to engaging with you over the period. In February, again, we're going to be in the counties, in the different project counties, under our integrity open expenditure initiative. So the program you have been listening to is called Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Wednesday on Truth 96.1 FM. The repeat comes on Sunday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So we encourage you to follow us also on Facebook, our live Facebook feed on Integrity TV. Join us next week, Wednesday, for another edition. My name is Sam Zota. I'm the Media and Communications Officer at CENTAL. My colleagues, Mark Buandao and Geraldine T. Wandi, have been behind the camera, making sure our visibility goes beyond the studio. Join us next Wednesday. Goodbye.